GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference, presented by Crafton Tall and Subway.
You are looking live inside the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, where we are just about to start day 2 of the 2016-17 Great American Conference Basketball Championships. Hello, friends. I'm Paul Smith along with Michael Westbrook. And in today's opening matchup, we have got a great one for you, the 4-5 on the women's side, featuring the 4th-seeded Southeastern Oklahoma State Savage Storm and the 5th-seeded Tigers of East Central University. We'll take this opportunity to meet the starters for both teams. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, East Central, entering today's game with a record of 13-13, 12-10 in GAC play. It'll be Madison Nickens, a 5'5 freshman guard out of Westville, Oklahoma. She's joined by Alexa Adair, a 5'7 junior from Edmond. Jalen Jackson, honorable mention all GAC pick, 5'9 senior out of Edmond, Oklahoma, will be joined by a second teamer, Devin Branch, 5'7 junior out of Bourne, Texas, 14.4 points a game. And rounding out the starting 5 for East Central will be Aaliyah Blakely. On the other side of the scoreboard, we've got Southeastern Oklahoma State at 17-9, 15-7 in the GAC this season. Head coach Darren Grover's squad will send Olivia Potter, 12.8 points per game. A second team all-GAC selection along with Celicia Hunter, 7.7 points a game. 5'7 guard from Crum, Texas, Rachel Wallace. 5'10 sophomore guard from Melissa, Texas, Katie Webb. And 6-foot senior out of Tyler, Texas, M.M. David, rounding out the starting 5 for the Savage Storm. Savage Storm wearing yellow with blue numbers trimmed in white. East Central in their black road jerseys with gold numbers. These two teams met twice during the regular season, splitting the matchups. East Central winning at home, Southeastern winning at home. And we are underway as East Central will control the opening tip. And I promise, Michael, I'll let you talk here in just a minute. We just kind of had to roll into this one.
All right, thank you. That's okay. I'll be ready whenever you're ready.
To the near side, Adair has it, dishes it off. Going inside, looking for Jalen Jackson up with a jumper. This one is good. And the Tigers are on the board early.
Excited about this matchup. Jalen Jackson, 10th in the conference in rebounds at 7 a game, 8.5 points a game. She's the key for East Central.
Rachel Wallace looks baseline. She's going to kick it out to David. They go back up top, looking inside. Going right side, Katie Webb underneath, up fake, goes up. This one's no good, gets her own rebound. Back up. The rebound will be controlled by East Central, and a foul will be called against the Savage Storm. It's going to go on M.M. David. Foul number 1 as we are just underway here in Bartlesville. Across the timeline, East Central brings it. Branch looks to her left. High screen set. The kick out to Branch on the inside wing for 3. This one's no good. East Central controls the rebound back up top. Jalen Jackson fires left for Nickens. She drives. A little pull-up jumper is no good, and the Savage Storm will control.
The three-point shooting of East Central in the last half of the season has been phenomenal. That'll play a factor today. And Olivia Potter can shoot from anywhere, but she's going to give it up this time.
And this time a three-pointer is going to be good. Katie Webb connects from long distance. And the Savage Storm on the board, they take the lead.
We know she can shoot too. It's going to be interesting to see which team wins the long distance battle.
East Central working it around the perimeter. Branch looks inside, goes left. She'll take it herself. Gets a little bit of separation, no good. Southeastern will control. Savage Storm bringing it across. It's Celicia Hunter. She's underneath. She'll have to kick it outside. Now here's Olivia Potter from way downtown. This one's no good.
There's that step back three from Potter. She loves to shoot that shot.
She's got the green light from just about anywhere on the floor. Here's a little baseline jumper, and this one is good by Jalen Jackson, and the Tigers pull ahead yet again.
That's what Jalen Jackson did all last tournament. You might remember it was kind of her showcase here in Bartlesville, that mid-range jumper.
Celicia Hunter works baseline, runs into Madison Nickens. Loose ball goes out of bounds. Southeastern will still control it. As checking in will be Tracy Johnson, freshman out of Poolville, Texas. Hunter to bring it in from the baseline, kicks it up top. And Rachel Wallace will take the inbound. Finds Hunter on the near side. She steps back, puts up a three. This one's no good, and the rebound is pulled down by Branch. East Central keeping up the pace. Nickens, near side wing, steps left, gives it off. Good screen there. They go down low, and there is a foul called against the Savage Storm.
I was told that East Central might try to push the pace a little bit. We're used to seeing them score high 50s, low 60s, but they wanted to get out and run a little bit early.
Seems to be working for them in the early running as that foul is called on Katie Webb.
Well, and it's a good thing because it would have been two on M.M. David. She was right there in the play, too.
Absolutely. Up top, it's Branch. She kicks it to the near side. They're looking inside, and here's a foul that's going to go against the Tigers.
Jalen Jackson called for pushing off, but she was trying to post up and get position.
Team foul number one on East Central. Here come the Savage Storm. 4-3 in the early going in favor of the Tigers. Celicia Hunter kicks it up top. They look inside for David. David, spin move, goes up. This one's no good. Loose ball will be pulled down by ECU. Tigers pushing the tempo yet again. But this time Jackson will slow it down as they go up top, and a three-pointer is good by Madison Nickens. Top dead center drained it, and ECU has a 4-point lead. Celicia Hunter, far side wing, looks up top for David. Put the offense in motion. They kick it to the near side. The three-point attempt is no good by Katie Webb, and there's Nickens to collect the rebound. Nickens crosses the timeline. Go back up top for Leah Blakely. Nickens fires it right side. Blakely for three, in and out and back in. And East Central is off to a tremendous start in this one.
And so here we go. East Central goes from 11th in the conference in three-point shooting all the way up to number 3 in percentage. And early on, it has been the three-point shooting of East Central. I was wondering when Whitney Stotler would come into the game. Here she is. She'll have a presence inside for East Central.
Absolutely. A couple of all GAC performers checking in. Whitney Stotler for ECU, and coming back in, Olivia Potter for Southeastern. 10-3 East Central, 6 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Tigers working far side wing. They come back up top. Here's a three-pointer by Blakely. This one's in and out. M.M. David is there. And here come the Savage Storm. Celicia Hunter fires it down. Now driving is Tracy Johnson. She's going to run into traffic, and a foul will be called. That'll go against Madison Nickens, her first personal. Savage Storm will work with a fresh 30 after the foul. The inbound pass comes in to Johnson. Johnson kicks it inside to Webb. Webb spin move, goes up, count the basket. And a foul against ECU.
What a move. Stotler just checking into the game. Didn't quite have her legs under her yet. Webb goes through the lane around Stotler, past Nickens at the rim. Great play.
Just a little bit of late contact, but with the and one opportunity here. And this one is good. As Katie Webb knocks it down, 4-point ball game here in Bartlesville. Glad to have you tuning in today.
Sorry, Paul. Katie Webb, I mean, we got to talk about her as well. 14 points a game, 9th in the conference in points per game.
Up with the three from the near side. It's Madison Nickens. She knocks it down, and they got the three right back. Celicia Hunter Kicks it off to Webb. Webb's going to drive baseline, runs into traffic, kicks it out. Olivia Potter dribbles, drives, scoops it out. The three-pointer by Johnson is no good, but there's M.M. David. She gets it on the baseline. She'll have to take it out. Now they'll go top of the key for Olivia Potter. From Dewey, this one's no good. It'll go out of bounds.
She's not on track right now. Dewey, the population 3,432, by the way. And they've got to get her going for sure. She can hit from there. She's a little frustrated with herself right now. I think right now you could keep going back to Katie Webb. She has all 6 of your points, and continue to give her the ball while she's making shots.
East Central comes up top. Aaliyah Blakely looks inside for Stotler. Stotler against David. Little turnaround jumper. It's no good. Tracy Johnson pulls down the board for Southeastern. Now Salisha Hunter will kick up the tempo for the Savage Storm. Hunter drives, runs into traffic. She'll kick it out to David at the elbow. David fires it out. Tracy Johnson back to Hunter, who will drive baseline. David from the elbow finds Johnson up top, looks left, goes right, kicks it into the corner. Hunter up fakes, drives, and she will draw the foul. And it looks like this one is going to go against Madison Nickens. And that'll be 2 for her. 4 minutes, 26 seconds to play in this opening quarter. There's a timeout on the floor. East Central leads at 13-6. Back in a flash on the GAC Sports Network.
Hang on, they're playing. I think we're ready.
Game 1 of the women.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
As we come out of the timeout, Olivia Potter with a little hook shot underneath. It's 13-8 now in favor of East Central. Tigers moving around the ball, around the wing. Branch goes inside for Stotler. Stotler, spin move off the glass. This one's no good, just does not fall, and the rebound goes to the Savage Storm. Courtney Brady kicks it out to Potter on the far side. Potter trying to get some separation, little pull-up jumper, and that one is good.
Well, good shooters, if they're not hitting from outside, they say you can get one at the free throw line or get in the paint a little bit. That's what Potter's been able to do, get the close one to go. She'll eventually start to back her way out now.
She didn't set her feet. She doesn't have to, though. And here's an answer on the other side from East Central as Tia Williams knocks one down. 15-10 in favor of the Tigers. Closing minutes of the opening quarter.
If the pace keeps up like this, Paul, the role players are going to be really important. They're going to need to see who's got the deeper bench in a fast-paced game.
Foul will be called underneath. This one figures to go against East Central. And that's going to go against Whitney Stotler. That's 2 on her. As we get another look at this one. A little bit of a hand check there. So going to the line for Southeastern. And making the first shot is Ariana Kemp.
Okay, so to add to that point, you look at the East Central bench, you can see it there on your screen for a moment. Only 3 players that they could go to, 4 really. So the deeper bench is on the Southeastern side, and now you've got a player who was your 6th woman off the bench there, and Whitney Stotler already with 2 fouls.
Second free throw is no good. Rebound will be pulled down by East Central rather, as Branch got in there to get that one. Branch kicks it to the far side for Adair. She drives up top, working around the perimeter. Branch goes to her right, steps back, finds Adair again. Looking inside, they kick it to Williams. East Central working the perimeter. They find the opening to go inside. Jackson, little turnaround jumper. This one is good.
Just another mid-range shot for Jackson. Tim Duncan-esque, I think. She's got that little mid-range jumper going.
And then David on the block. They'll kick it out. Here's Olivia Potter. Tries to shake loose. This one from Ulaga. No good. Rebound pulled down.
I don't know their population, sorry.
we'll find some towns you know there. Little spin move inside by Rachel Wallace goes up. And that one is good.
That's a great play from Wallace. They're going to have to count on her today. Averages 9 a game. Good job to get to the rim, stay in control.
East Central working up and under. They kick it to the wing. This pass a little bit errant. It'll go out of bounds. And back to the Savage Storm. And you know, Michael, that last possession for Southeastern was made possible thanks to that offensive rebound.
That's right.
I think those second chance points are going to be so key today.
They absolutely will be.
Brady across the timeline. They work it around. Potter can't shake loose. They come back to Brady on the near side for three. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Leah Blakely. Here come the Tigers. Branch pulls up with a three. Good.
Oh, my goodness.
And everything is working for East Central right now. They lead by 7, shooting almost 54% from the floor. Trying to shake loose for Potter, can't get her free. Southeastern comes to the near side. Rachel Wallace drives the baseline, loses it.
Yeah, good hand by Devin Branch to get the steal, to knock it away.
And on the other side, Branch for three, no good, and David will come down with a loose ball. Here come the Savage Storm. Driving inside is Brady. They kick it back out for three. Good. Rachel Wallace knocks this one down.
We got us a game here, Paul.
We do, Michael.
This one's going to be fun.
Olivia Potter might have to go to Tulsa to get open the way they've covered her this early. Driving in for East Central, the layup, no good.
Wow, Adair missed one right at the rim. She had the step through to get past the defender.
Well, and M.M. David made her alter the shot a little bit. Coming in, Brady kicks it back up top for David. Leaves it off for Potter. The long three, no good. Rebound, East Central.
Well, I said early on we'd have to see who would win the long distance battle. I thought maybe it would depend on who had more minutes on their calling card. Right now it's been East Central.
Little layup here. That one will fall. It's now 22-16, 20 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Courtney Brady from the wing. Southeastern can hold for the final shot. They'll swing it over to Kemp. Back up for Wallace. Wallace steps right, looks in for David. David, turnaround off the glass. It's going to go over the backboard. And this one will go out of bounds with 5.6 seconds left to play. And East Central will now have the chance for the last shot.
I like the call there. You know, you're probably expecting a long-range shot, but tried to work it inside instead.
2 seconds, one. And East Central will not get off a final shot. We are 1 quarter into this one. East Central leading Southeastern Oklahoma 22-16. Back in a flash, this is the GAC Sports Network.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
With the $3.50 sub of the day at Subway, there's never been a better time to try something deliciously different. Because every day of the week, you can now get a featured 6-inch Subway sub for just $3.50. So mix up your lunchtime routine and treat yourself to the endless flavor combinations at Subway. The $3.50 sub of the day. We took an already great lineup and made it even better. A better price, great taste, and no artificial flavors. The $3.50 sub of the day, only at Subway.
Back in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, Southeastern Oklahoma, opening possession of the second quarter. They go in for M.M. David, loose ball. And Southeastern will retain possession as Katie Webb pulled that one up. They swing it out to Potter. That one was from Tulsa, no good. And the board will go to East Central. Now, in the hectic pace of that first quarter, a little bit of a record-setting performance, Michael.
Well, we absolutely did. Jalen Jackson setting the ECU career rebounding record with 778.
Wow.
Breaking Leslie Shore's record from 2000 to 2004. So congratulations to Jalen Jackson. Now, Paul, one thing about the first quarter, there's no such thing as a yellow light or a red light with these two teams when it comes to shooting. Matt Cole and Darren Grover said you have the green light. Everybody on the floor can shoot.
They certainly can, and they will. East Central working it around the perimeter, and as you said, anyone can pull it up at any time, but this time they will drive. Going up for the layup, no good, and it'll go out of bounds. Savage Storm will control the possession.
This is the quarter that matters for East Central. In their loss to Southeastern earlier this year, they scored only 5 points in the second quarter, so they've got to maintain the lead if they're going to stay ahead, but Southeastern's going to make their run.
Kemp drives baseline. She'll draw the foul. And these fouls are starting to add up for East Central early, as that one goes against Blakely.
And in fact, in their other game, they were outscored 22-14 in the second quarter. So that's been kind of the slump this year for the Tigers.
The first one by Kemp fell. The second one upcoming. Friendly rim lets that one through. And we got a 4-point ball game here. 22-18. Tigers lead the Savage Storm. On the near side, Leah Blakely looks up top. Tia Williams fires three. This one's no good. David comes down with it. Here come the Savage Storm. Celicia Hunter works the far side, goes baseline, gets stopped, kicks it back out. Now driving is Katie Webb. A little off balance runner. This one's no good. Pulling down the rebound for the Tigers is Jalen Jackson. East Central tries to fire it across court for Adair, but it goes through her hands back to the Savage Storm. I think this is a key quarter for Southeastern in a lot of ways. They set the tempo so well in that first quarter. They've got to see if they can keep that up. David underneath, turnaround jumper. That one is good. And just good job of backing her opponent down.
Stotler's on the bench with 2 fouls. Jalen Jackson not going to quite be the matchup for M.M. David, I don't think. They could go right back to that well a time or two more in the second quarter.
It's going to create some matchup problems. They go inside looking for Jackson. Jackson can't back David down, so she's got to take it out now. She'll go baseline, try to get around. They kick it up top for Adair. Pulls the string on a three. This one is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Katie Webb. Celicia Hunter will bring it across, runs into a 2-on-4, so she'll back it up. Katie Webb, top dead center, swings it to the left side for Johnson. Johnson works around, cannot get around Branch, so they'll have to work it back outside.
Oh, two Southeastern players colliding. They've got to hurry.
7 on the shot clock. They go to the corner for Hunter, down to 5. They look inside for David. 3, 2, 1. David goes up, no good. It gets rim, but East Central will snag the rebound. Across the timeline they go. Adair working against Hunter. She'll drive in, up and under. This layup is no good.
And she's missed 2 close at the rim. I was going to say no Olivia Potter, no Rachel Wallace on the floor. There needs to be somebody take control of the offense. You saw it last possession. Players running into each other, out of sync.
Absolutely. And as Johnson tried to go around, that one got kicked out of bounds.
And Coach Grover recognized that he's got to put Wallace back on the court.
Absolutely. 2-point ball game here. 22-20 East Central, 6:55 to go until halftime. The teams are set. Southeastern will inbound from the baseline. They come inside for Kemp. They go outside. Tracy Johnson for the long three off the back of the rim. It's no good. And Alexa Adair brings it across the timeline for East Central. She's got an opening. She'll take it all the way. This one is no good, but an offensive foul is called. As the Savage Storm did a great job just getting set on defense. Charge called, and that is the first on Adair.
East Central fans would like to see Alexa Adair get going. She's 0 for 3 from the floor. Offensive foul. She's missed 3 right at the rim, or 2 at the rim and 1 3-pointer.
Celicia Hunter up top, works it to the right side. They go into the corner for Katie Webb. This one rolls out. ECU controls. Tigers up tempo again. They go to Adair on the far side. Madison Nickens has it, looks inside. Jalen Jackson comes through the key, spin move, goes up, count the basket, and she'll draw the foul.
Seen Jalen Jackson hit a couple of mid-range jumpers. This time took her defender off the dribble all the way to the rim, going around Ariana Kemp.
And Kemp called for her first foul. And the and one opportunity is good, and ECU stretches its lead back to 5. Hunter brings it across, working the right side. She'll work against Nickens. They go inside. Bounce pass down to Kemp, goes up. She'll draw some contact. And Kemp is going to go to the line again. And Jalen Jackson picks up her second foul.
Great pass from Wallace underneath, realizing she had a double team, found the open player.
Kemp 3 of 4 from the charity stripe here today. Make it 4-5 as the first one falls. Savage Storm, it's their first points in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Whitney Stotler will come back in. Olivia Potter will come back in. So the complexion of the game is going to take on a little bit different look now. Second opportunity for Kemp is good. Southeastern back within 3.
Well, the chess match continues between these two coaches, because as Cole brings in his post player in Stotler, Coach Grover wasted no time to bring in M.M. David right back off the bench.
These are two very well-prepared teams. It's so interesting to watch the way they work against one another. They go in for Stotler. Stotler working against David. Backs her down, goes up for the layup, and this one is good. Whitney Stotler stretches the Tiger lead back to 5. Now here come the Savage Storm. Rachel Wallace kicks it out near side for Hunter. They go to Olivia Potter. Potter drives in, dishes. Katie Webb has it now. She'll go baseline, goes up and good.
Lexi Chandler on the floor for East Central. Doesn't see a lot of playing time, about 5 minutes a game. She's got to step up a little quicker and help on the double team there.
Branch working against Hunter. They come to the top side for Williams. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. I think there was some contact on the ball there, partially blocked. ECU retains possession as they come to the near side for Nickens. They go inside, and we see a collision that will result in a foul.
And that's 2 fouls on David. You got a little more power in the post with Southeastern, a little more finesse on the East Central end. We'll see which one of those two wins out over the course of this one. Hey, while we have a moment here, Paul, Randy Gibson is in attendance at this game, sitting right behind us. He is just retired as the head coach of Northeastern Oklahoma State. And these two head coaches are 2 of his pupils that have done fantastic in the state of Oklahoma, and Randy Gibson is here to watch them.
Well, he's established a great tradition up at NSU, and congratulations to him on a well-deserved retirement. ECU controlling, driving. What a beautiful layup there by Devin Branch.
She's been a great find for Coach Cole coming in this year. 5th in the conference, 14.4 points a game, very explosive.
On the far side, Wallace has it, works it in. They come up top for Katie Webb. Webb with the dish to Kemp. Kemp drives baseline. Underneath the layup is good. What form there by Kemp.
Do you get the feel that it's whatever you can do, I can do better? 2 really good layups on the last 2 plays.
That was Kemp's first field goal. She's got 7. 3-point ball game. East Central will try to extend it. Williams drives, lays it up and in.
Williams had the left-hand lane wide open. She went back to her strong hand on the right side and, wow, was able to reverse and get to the rim.
Now Southeastern, we have it knocked away, but Webb comes back up with it, kicks it back to Kemp. Little pull-up jumper, and that one is good. (31-28) East Central as they bring it across. They've made 4 of their last 5 field goals. Branch will pull up. This one is no good. And the Savage Storm come down with it.
That's a rare miss. Lady Tigers still shooting above 50% for the game.
Celicia Hunter drives baseline. Little bounce pass to Kemp. They come outside to Potter. The long 3, no good. Rebound will be pulled down by ECU. And Coach Cole will call a timeout. It'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the GAC Sports Network.
With the 350 sub of the day at Subway, there's never been a better time to try something deliciously different. Because every day of the week, you can now get a featured 6-inch Subway sub for just $3.50. So mix up your lunchtime routine and treat yourself to the endless flavor combinations at Subway. The 350 sub of the day. We took an already great lineup and made it even better. A better price, great taste, and no artificial flavors. The 350 sub of the day, only at Subway.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
Devin Branch with the ball for East Central up top. Gets a nice screen, goes to her left. They'll have to back it out as Southeastern not really letting ECU get it inside. Stotler gets it though, goes in, goes up. Can't get the shot she wants. Olivia Potter is there to collect the loose ball. Now Celicia Hunter finds Potter. Potter will trail behind, draws a quick double. They'll have to spin it back around. Now Kemp has it, far side wing. Kicks it back up top for Webb. Webb with the up fake, but she will be called for the walk after dragging that back foot.
That's right. She had the fake and was going to go around Stotler, but traveled with it. Olivia Potter is 0 for 6 from three-point range for Southeastern. This team only trails by 3. If you're Coach Darren Grover, you're probably okay with the situation. With the way Potter has shot the ball, you're still right here in this thing.
You know, Stotler got up on that. What would you say her elevation was?
I don't know. 400 and 700 feet.
On the other side, Tia Williams misses from 3. It'll go out of bounds. Southeastern Oklahoma pulls it down.
Just so happens to be the elevation of Bartlesville above sea level. I've been reading through the Great American Conference brochure program.
Michael Westbrook comes prepared. That's the lesson for the day.
If I can give you a random fact or a temperature of Kotka, Finland or somewhere like that, then I've done my part today.
Olivia Potter tries to come around. She'll draw the foul. And that one will go against Lexi Chancellor.
I don't think there is any international flavor out here for this one for me to find you a time and temperature of another location.
Well, Lexi Chancellor's from Paris, Texas.
Well, yeah. I think we're in the same time zone.
They swing it around to Kemp, now back up top. And driving is Rachel Wallace, going to be knocked loose, and East Central is going to come up with it.
Devin Branch again. She's got her hands in the passing lane and picking pockets.
Adair looks inside, finds Blakely. Blakely working against the double, goes up, no good. Rebound by Kemp. Now here come the Savage Storm. Driving is Hunter. She'll draw the foul, no good, but she will go to the line and shoot 2.
East Central bench doesn't like the call because that's 3 on Nickens.
And that's a big foul as Hunter goes to the line, looking for her first points of the contest. This one will miss. I'll say a special hello to a fan of ours listening from Cincinnati, Ohio today. Mr. Luke Willman has turned in.
Yes. Hello, Luke. Hope you're doing well up there. And
miss his DJing skills here.
That's right.
Although they are being filled very ably by Mr. Allen over there.
His protege.
The second one is good.
His protege, Blake Allen, has taken over directly in my eyesight across the way from me, doing a great job as well. Takes all sorts of crew members from all sorts of schools to get this thing accomplished every year.
Absolutely. Alexa Adair on the far side wing goes in for Stotler. Stotler comes in, drives baseline, tries to kick it up top, but a Southeastern player intercepted. Now here come the Savage Storm. Celicia Hunter will speed it up, slow it down. They'll swing it around for Katie Webb. Webb steps in, they dish it back to Potter. She thought about it, and in her up fake is called for the walk.
I think Rachel Wallace was the most surprised player on the court when that ball landed in her hand. She just kind of stood there. What do I do?
Well, you know, in football parlance, I think they call it an atom ball. You know, I guess it's an adder ball in this case.
There
it
you
just went
go.
right at her. So Branch will slow it down as she comes across the timeline, looks into the corner for Adair. Adair's going to drive, goes up and under. The layup is no good, and the rebound will be controlled by Southeastern as Rachel Wallace got a hold of it. Now here comes Southeastern. Celicia Hunter will drive. She goes by herself, up with a jumper, no good. Loose ball, it's knocked out of bounds by Katie Webb, the last one to touch it, and East Central will get it back.
We kind of felt that if this game goes 65, 70 points, it favors Southeastern. If it stays below that number, 60 range, then East Central maybe has a little bit of an advantage. Hey, we're right on pace for that right now.
And right now, neither team has scored a point in over 3 minutes. 31-29 East Central. They come to the near side. It's Williams. They go inside now for Stotler. Stotler will turn around, goes left. This one is no good. Loose ball. It'll be last touched by the Savage Storm.
Did not hit the rim. 14 on the shot clock. Plenty of time.
Adair will take it out for East Central. She finds Stotler. Down to 10 on the shot clock as they work it around. It's in the hands of Branch. Branch will pull up for three. No good, and the rebound will be pulled down by Southeastern.
Boy, East Central started the second quarter and did not score until about 7 minutes left in the second quarter. So that was 3 minutes they didn't score. Now they haven't scored for the last 3.5.
28.4 seconds to play. 30-second timeout. Back at 30. This is the GAC Sports Network.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow, because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
31-29 East Central, the East Central men's basketball team. Playing later.
Big win yesterday. They won 96-73, making 14 of their last 15 shots. Oddly enough, the only one they missed was an alley-oop dunk.
Savage Storm down 2, down to 10 seconds. Katie Webb will take it. She will drive the dish. Pull-up jumper by Kemp. It is no good. 3 seconds now. What will East Central do? Here comes Williams. The half-court shot is no good. And we will go into the half with East Central holding a 31-29 lead. What a game we have had thus far. We'll step aside. Back in a flash. This is the GAC Sports Network.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
With the $3.50 sub of the day at Subway, there's never been a better time to try something deliciously different. Because every day of the week, you can now get a featured 6-inch Subway sub for just $3.50. So mix up your lunchtime routine and treat yourself to the endless flavor combinations at Subway. The $3.50 sub of the day. We took an already great lineup and made it even better. A better price, great taste, and no artificial flavors. The $3.50 sub of the day, only at Subway.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school. applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
But I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Women's Basketball Championships, March 21st, 22nd, and 24th at Alumni Hall in Columbus, Ohio. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health, and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Ham Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day.
Every day a different 350 6-inch sub. Every day of the week. Every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet
Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
The 350 sub of the day. Every day of the week at Subway.
College is my time to find myself and start my future. That's why I chose SWASU. Going up.
15 nationally accredited academic programs and nearly 100 clubs, all for me.
Thanks to this state-of-the-art nursing lab, he'll be better in no time.
And our brand new Pioneer Cellular Event Center for sports, concerts, and cool events.
All for me!
Oh, it's for me,
the focus is you.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
For me, that meant that I could afford to go to college. When I was considering colleges, it was important to find one that my parents and I could afford.
So I was happy to find that I could attend the University of Arkansas at Monticello at one of the lowest costs of any four-year college in the state.
Affordability, tradition, a great college experience. It all comes together here at UAM.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks.
Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home,
but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home,
but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's been a tale of two quarters here in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, where East Central with a 31-29 halftime lead over Southeastern Oklahoma. The Tigers shooting 52.9% in the opening quarter, but 26.7% in the second. Meanwhile, Southeastern very consistent at 33% in both quarters. Jalen Jackson, your leading scorer for East Central with 9 points, and Ariana Kemp off the bench with 9 for Southeastern.
After a fast-paced first quarter, they kind of put the brakes on in the second. It wasn't the emergency brake just yet, but it did slow down. Neither side was really hitting shots down the stretch. See who comes out the hottest here in the third quarter to get things going. That could be a key part of the game.
It was absolutely enough. Inside work there for East Central, no good, and Savage Storm will control it again. Celicia Hunter, so quick on the outside. She brings it to the near side. David has her shot blocked as Jalen Jackson did such a good job just holding position.
Right, yeah, David tried to back her down, had a little bit of room.
Up fake by Williams, she takes it herself. That one's good.
That's a great play. One of the three-point shooters, 5th in the conference at 40.5%. Found a way to get her defender off the dribble.
Hunter and Webb with a little bit of back and forth up top. Olivia Potter's going to step in and try to get one. It seemed like her shot was altered there. I don't know if it was deflected, but the rebound was knocked loose, and Southeastern will hold on to it.
Now the 2 shots Potter has made have been right at the rim. The others have had a challenge finding the rim on her long shots. That one was a mid-range shot and partially blocked.
Savage Storm looking for something to develop. Potter had some trouble there, but not anymore as that one comes in. It's back to a 2-point game.
And look, just as East Central drove to the rim, got a layup, Potter recognized that the long shots aren't falling. I don't know, this one might be one in the paint today.
I don't think either one of us would have predicted that one. As going up, no good, the attempt by Jalen Jackson, but she'll draw the contact.
Each side with 14 points in the paint.
That one's going to go against David. That's 3 on her. And that is a costly, costly foul for Southeastern. As the first attempt is good.
And Ariana Kemp sits at the end of the bench, but she's the first one up when David picks up those fouls.
Well, Kemp is having a tremendous ball game. 9 points, 3 boards off the bench.
Boy, when I played, you said at the end of the bench, you weren't getting in the game.
I think they had my name on the seat at the end of the bench. That, Celicia Hunter looking inside. They'll come back up top. Olivia Potter trying to get some separation. She's going to go inside again, and a runner will fall. And, you know, for shooters, it's so important to get in that rhythm, and it seems like that's what she's trying to get established.
Well, all of her shots have been that running one-handed floater, so she's not still yet in the rhythm of the deep shot where she's a little more set, but those are falling now.
And Jalen Jackson answers on the other end with a jumper in the paint. Points in the paint, 16-14, favoring East Central.
I think we have to give Alexa Adair credit. They have really tried to free Potter up top, and Adair has been right there in a grill the whole time on defense.
Foul called against East Central. That's going to go against Aaliyah Blakely, 2 on her. I have to figure that a battle in the paint's probably going to favor Southeastern Oklahoma, just knowing the foul situation for East Central right now. Although David with 3, that might be a great equalizer.
Yep.
To Kemp on the near side. She'll draw the foul going to the hole. And that's going to be 3 on Jackson.
That hurts for East Central for sure, because Jackson's playing really well. 13 points. She's been able to control the offense when she's had the ball.
Jackson and Nickens both with 3 fouls as the first one goes, and Whitney Stotler is going to have to come back in, and she's got 2.
And limited action for Stotler. Hasn't been in much of a rhythm so far. Picked up 2 early fouls and has played only 9 minutes.
And as I look at this, the only real foul trouble for Southeastern is M.M. David with 3.
Yep.
2-point game. East Central trying to hold on to the lead. Savage Storm trying to take it back. Driving, drawing the foul will be Tia Williams. And it looks like that one is going to go against Rachel Wallace. And that'll be her first. Second team foul of third quarter. Will not be called on the shot, so they'll bring it in from the baseline. Branch working against Hunter. Celicia Hunter will not let her get around. Adair now working against Potter. Goes off the glass. It's a loose ball. And East Central will control the offensive board. Will pull-up jumper by Tia Williams, and that one will fall. And Michael, that is a clutch basket.
Left wide open. She realized the defender was going after the ball, went flying by, took 1 step inside the line to get a better look at it, knocked it down.
Savage Storm have been able to get it to 2, but not any closer. As Hunter for the layup. The bounce not friendly, and ECU will control the board. Tia Williams gives it away. Driving is Branch. She'll draw some contact, as it just looks like maybe Webb got out there with a leg and there was a little bit of contact. We're going to see that one again.
Yeah, tangled up below the waist. Hard contact foul on Webb will be her second.
So Branch goes to the line. She's got 7 points. First trip to the stripe tonight. And the first shot is no good.
Free throws favor Southeastern. 76% free throw shooting team. East Central 71.
Second one falls. 5-point lead for the Tigers. Olivia Potter tried to create that distance. Now she'll do that step back 3, and this one is off the front of the rim.
Adair right there with her again.
And now Adair working the other end, goes up and under, can't make it fall.
You know, she's missed a lot at the rim, but I give a little bit of that to the effort she's exerted on defense.
She's been very active on both sides. Now on the other end, a 3-point attempt, no good, but the Savage Storm will control. But stepping out of bounds will be Kemp. So East Central will keep it again. And these two teams have played very close tonight. Southeastern has gotten close, but East Central managing to keep them at arm's length.
Coach Grover with a long conversation with the official. Not quite sure what that was about. Maybe he said his player was bumped out of bounds.
Driving underneath Adair. It does not end well as Southeastern will control it. Celicia Hunter to the left this time. Little pull-up jumper from the free throw line will be pulled down by Stotler.
I think you got to get the ball in the hands of Ariana Kemp if you're on offense for Southeastern. She has 11 points to lead her team.
She's really been the straw that stirs the drink for Southeastern tonight. On the other end for 3, it is good by Branch.
Some excitement out of Branch.
That'll give her 11 points. We've got a timeout on the floor. 43-35 East Central, 5:26 to go here in this third quarter. Back in just a couple. This is the GAC Sports Network.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home,
but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
With the 350 sub of the day at Subway, there's never been a better time to try something deliciously different. Because every day of the week, you can now get a featured 6-inch Subway sub for just $3.50. So mix up your lunchtime routine and treat yourself to the endless flavor combinations at Subway. The 350 sub of the day. We took an already great lineup and made it even better. A better price, great taste, and no artificial flavors. The 350 sub of the day. Only at Subway.
Back in Bartlesville, where East Central, the 43-35 lead, Southeastern looking to stop a little bit of a run here. It's a layup by King, no good. She'll get her own board, and she'll have to back it out. They go around the perimeter. Can't find the shot they want as stepping inside will be Wallace, and she will knock that one down. Snapping a 6-0 East Central run.
First, second chance points of the third quarter. That was an area we talked about early to see how that would factor in.
First points in about 3 minutes, too, for the Savage Storm. Whitney Stotler inside, working a little bit of a mismatch there against Kemp, and she'll draw the foul. (43-37) in favor of East Central. We've got a timeout on the floor, and Michael, this one has lived up to expectations.
Well, it certainly has. East Central still shooting 11% better than Southeastern. 44% the mark for the Tigers, 33% for the Savage Storm, and East Central by 6. This is going to be interesting down the stretch.
Well, Michael, the thing that really stands out to me at this point is the foul situation. If you look at East Central, playing with a short bench anyway. Nickens with 3, Jackson with 3, Stotler with 2, Blakely with 2. You know, on a short bench, those are some big names on this Tiger team. That's something that would seem to favor Southeastern, but Southeastern. But at the same time, we haven't seen Southeastern be able to really take advantage of that yet. Still a lot of basketball left to be played, but East Central has done a very good job of stopping Southeastern runs when they need to.
You're right. Stotler only 2 points, hasn't been in rhythm for East Central. The main post player for ECU, along with Jalen Jackson down low. So you would think that would favor Southeastern, but bottom line is they have not hit from three-point range. Just 2 of 16, including Olivia Potter, who has yet to strike from long distance, 0 for 7. They've still got 14 minutes to go. A couple of threes fall, and this is a whole nother ball game again. If some threes don't go, it could end up being a 10-point margin.
Well, I'm a big believer in regression to the mean, so you have to think that some of those will eventually fall as Stotler's first attempt will go.
Is that math reference? I'm not sure.
I made it through half a college algebra.
There we go.
Second shot will not fall. It'll be pulled down by Southeastern Oklahoma, but a foul is going to be called against East Central. And that one will be the third foul on Aaliyah Blakely. So 3 players with 3 fouls for ECU. And it's going to be interesting to see how they have to manage this last 14 minutes and 38 seconds of regulation.
Right. I didn't mean to leave Aaliyah Blakely out a moment ago, another post player as well.
To the outside now. Southeastern playing that perimeter game. You know they're going to take the shot if they can get a good one. King goes inside, and boy, she just did not get the shot she wanted right there. Back to the Tigers.
How about Courtney Brady and Alex Robinson both on the floor for Southeastern? Coach Darren Grover going to some younger players in a crucial moment with his team down.
Another 3-point attempt will not go for East Central as Williams a little bit off target. Southeastern with a chance to cut into this deficit. It's 44-37, a 7-point lead for the Tigers. Courtney Brady gives it off to Robinson. They will work it around. It's conserving some energy, you'd have to think.
Yeah, you have to do this if you're Coach Grover. You just can't run your players out there for the last 15 minutes.
And with East Central with a short bench and foul trouble, fresh legs in the fourth quarter could make a big difference as a foul will be called against East Central. And you can From our standpoint, you can see the reaction from Coach Cole. He was not happy to see that one.
That step across move that Southeastern players have been so good at over the last few years. A lot of people in the gym think it's a travel. It's really close to tell, and there was a little bit of contact.
First free throw goes. Now, Michael, I tell you, if you're East Central, that foul went to the player that could best take a foul right there. Branch got her first.
Right. That was funny, right in the background of that free throw. You saw Branch giving the travel signal. She thought the same thing.
5-point game. East Central looking to stretch the lead. Branch on the near side. They look into Stotler. Stotler draws the double. They go outside to a wide open Adair for three. It is good.
And the reaction, Darren Grover sends M.M. David off the bench. Stotler drew the contact inside, found the wide open shooter. Coach Grover will make the change with another post player.
Stotler taking advantage of the matchup, creating that one. 8-point game. As they go inside, it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Looks like Southeastern will retain possession as David comes back in. She will replace Rachel Wallace.
First points of the game for Alexa Adair. She's taken a bit of a back seat this year to some new teammates, but she is still a star on this team.
Southeastern just can't get it inside against this tight East Central defense. Going up for the layup is no good by Courtney Brady. And just as they try to get inside, the players collapse around the ball. They do such a good job of keeping it out of the paint. This game is being decided in the paint right now.
Absolutely. Well, it's starting to open up a little bit for East Central.
Stotler inside against David, no good.
Let's see how much of a difference it makes.
Big difference, big difference. Southeastern will try to up the tempo. The layup is good by Courtney Brady. That's going to pull the Savage Storm back to within 6. You know, Michael, it just seems there's a big difference between a 6-point game and an 8-point game.
Absolutely.
It seems like there's a mental block here at 7.
Yeah, and that's a huge bucket there from the freshman Courtney Brady to get it back to 6.
East Central having some problems on the baseline on the other end, but they'll kick it back out, and Branch will drive out to the corner for 3, no good. And Southeastern will pull it down. This is a big possession for the Savage Storm. Katie Webb drives off the glass, good. And this Southeastern bench is energized after that one.
You see the confidence from Southeastern. We said earlier, anybody on the floor can shoot. Webb took that one all the way herself, didn't even consider her teammates. And if she misses, it's one of those you say, no, 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 but she did not miss, so that doesn't matter.
Stotler inside against David, up and under, it'll go.
Finesse.
That was finesse. 6-point game in favor of East Central. Savage Storm trying to overload a little bit. Driving and making the basket is Ariana Kemp. Drawing the foul, and this one will go. I believe that's going to go against Branch, and it does.
Check this out again. Around Branch. Contact the first time. Stayed with the play. Did Kemp. Got the bucket to go.
Kemp 7 of 8 from the stripe. The and one opportunity is good. Michael, we got a 3-point game again.
Well, like you said, it was a mental block between 6 and 8 points for a while, and you can change in a hurry on the 3-point play from the perimeter, but that's a 3-point play from Kemp. She's going to go out of the game for a moment here.
Southeastern has outscored East Central 7-2 since the 2:30 mark. To pull to within 3. Stotler with a pull-up jumper will go.
Another player and a freshman on the floor, Jordan Dawson for Southeastern.
East Central doing a great job answering these Southeastern baskets. Savage Storm working the outside. Driving around is Robinson. This one goes up, the basket is good by M.M. David.
What a play from Robinson. She had the open 3. Her teammates on the bench were saying shoot the ball. She drove in, great pass.
Very selfless play there. Back to 3 again. Stotler driving in. She'll have to kick it outside to Adair. Adair trying to get it into Stotler. She'll take the 3 herself. It's no good. Loose ball. Southeastern controls.
That's not the best look there for East Central. This is a huge play.
Savage Storm can hold for the final shot of the third quarter with a chance to tie.
You take a timeout and put Potter in the game. He's going to stay with this crew right now.
Inside 10 seconds, they go into David, working against Stotler. Spin around, goes up, no good. East Central with the rebound, loose ball. Williams will let it fly. It's going to be a little bit short, but what a ball game we have at this point. 51-48. We go to the fourth quarter. 3-point ball game back in 60 seconds. This is the GAC Sports Network.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Women's Basketball Championships, March 21st, 22nd, and 24th at Alumni Hall in Columbus, Ohio. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health, and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
Back in the fourth quarter, 51-48 East Central. Savage Storm will work it inside. And David has pulled Southeastern to within one.
What a play call, because David just missed a shot at the end of the third quarter. They go right back to it. A little more confidence that time.
East Central works it around. They can't get the shot they want inside, so they go back outside, and what a three-pointer there by Devin Branch.
Incredible shot. Good defense on the interior by David. It worked against her, though, because East Central able to get the three instead.
And on the other end, the three still not falling. And now East Central will try to get some more points, and they do. Alexa Adair takes it in. We've gone from a one-point game to a six-point game.
The old Euro step-through move there from Alexa Adair. I've been watching some Tony Parker highlights. She probably doesn't know who that is.
Doesn't need to. She does it well as the jumper will not fall.
Well, he hadn't been out of the game that long, I don't guess. So maybe she does know it, yeah.
And East Central will slow it down, and probably wise at this point. Conserve the energy as best you can. This one is a two.
I thought she had it.
I thought she did too. Olivia Potter gets the rebound. Big offensive possession here for Southeastern as they look to close this gap. Brady looks inside, goes baseline. They will fire it out. We got a three-point attempt that will not fall. Southeastern Oklahoma, an uncharacteristic 2 of 18.
Well,
long range tonight.
We saw the Harding men yesterday struggle from long range. You live with it sometimes you die with it. Right now, it's just been a real struggle for the Savage Storm.
East Central going back inside. This one won't fall, but David is going to pick up the foul. And Michael, that is number 4.
It sure is. Comes at a big time. Still a long way to go, less than 8 to play. And David did what she could to go straight up with her. We'll see it one more time as Jackson takes her off the dribble, and that's where David starts backpedaling and gets out of position.
Got her on the arm. First free throw will not go. And if there's one player on these teams who that's going to affect more than anybody else, is going to be Whitney Stotler.
Sure. Now Jackson's just a 44% free throw shooter.
Jackson knocks the second one down. She's got 14 points. 7-point lead for ECU. Kemp will drive. She'll draw the foul. And that one should be on Jalen Jackson, it looks like. And if it is, that'll be 4 on her. It is.
The East Central team has won 9 of their last 11. Their only loss is an overtime loss on the road to Ouachita, and then losing to Harding, which basically, well, not basically, everybody lost to Harding. So they played really well down the stretch.
Stotler comes back in. Savage Storm trying to get some points here. Celicia Hunter looks inside. They cannot find an opening as Kemp drives. They have to keep it on the perimeter. Potter's going to drive, goes up with a little runner. It's no good, but Southeastern's going to pull down the offensive board. Good ball movement as they go inside to Kemp, but Kemp can't get it up. So they go to Potter for the long three. No good.
Again at that mark, Paul, 7 points. East Central has done exactly what they've needed to do to hang on to the lead.
Southeastern 0 for their last 5 from the floor. No points in the last 2:30.
And there's so much more pressure on you when you're down by 7 as opposed to 3 or 4.
Absolutely, and driving in, Adair's going to draw the foul. That's going to go on Kemp.
Yep.
And that'll be 3 on her. So Adair's going to head to the line. First trip to the stripe, the first shot is good. 8-point lead for ECU.
Harding had a blowout win yesterday, 77-45 against Monticello, and they were able to play a lot of players, get some players in off the bench who don't see a lot of action. They're well rested. A lot of energy being exerted in this one for these two teams.
Absolutely.
Of course, the winner plays Harding.
Congratulations for that
right,
draw.
Yeah.
That's a tough draw.
You won a game, now good luck.
Yes. Southeastern having to work around this East Central defense is so impressive here today. They find Kemp on the far side. Back up top for Hunter. 5 on the shot clock. Takes it in off the glass. No good.
You know, with the way these two teams shoot from outside, it is interesting to say this game's going to be won in the paint. That's really the case. Southeastern's not made the close shots East Central has.
Tigers with a chance to push the lead to double digits. They go into Stotler, and they do. Whitney Stotler now with 9 points.
And you know, that one rolled on the rim a couple of times, but they're still getting the bounces.
61-50 ECU. We've got a foul called.
And the Savage Storm have gone cold at the wrong time. They're 0 for their last 6 in the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Foul's going to go against Branch. 3rd personal.
It's a 10-0 run for East Central.
Wow.
Think about that. It was a 1-point game.
Here's a 3-point attempt. No good. Two for 20 from a long range. They work it into Stotler. Stotler asserting herself. Turns around. Good.
Yep, there she is again. It's just too much right now. Coach Grover needs a timeout.
The lead now 13 for ECU. And Michael, the Tigers really needed to come out and assert themselves in the opening minutes of this 4th quarter, and they certainly have.
Yeah, they absolutely have. And in fact, has Southeastern scored in the quarter? Hadn't been very many, I don't think. All right, so here's our schedule for the rest of the day. Southwestern Oklahoma State and Southern Nazarene at 2:15. That'll be our second women's game today, and then we got some men's contests.
Opening up men's play at 5:45, Southern Nazarene against Ouachita Baptist in a game that is sure to be good. And then our nightcap tonight, Arkansas Tech and Southern Arkansas. That game scheduled for an 8 p.m. tip-off.
Looking forward to that 3-6 matchup between Arkansas Tech and SAU. A little bit different formatting this time because normally that would be your first game of the day. Instead, it becomes the last game of day 2. And so makes things a little bit more interesting.
We have had some exciting games here through one day and most of this first game here. Have to assume that the rest of them are going to be great too. It's been an outstanding championship, great field. You know, that was one of the points that seemed to be talked about a lot yesterday, was just how competitive a field there was this year.
That's right. You know, although the scores may not have indicated that on day one, but wow, if day two is anything like this first game, could be a fun day. Although right now, a 13-point lead, only 2 points in the quarter from Southeastern.
Savage Storm scored the first 2 points of the quarter. East Central has scored the next 12. 63-50 in favor of the Tigers, and the clock has not started. The clock has not started. Now it has.
You're right. Lost about 3-4 seconds there, probably. Oh, goodness.
And they
waved
Olivia
off
Potter
a
three-pointer.
Oh. They dropped 8 seconds off the clock. They're working on adjusting it now. And Potter's three came after the whistle there, but hey, who knows what that might do for her over the final 5 minutes. She finally hit one, whether it counted or not. So,
and they are going to review this just to see exactly how many seconds need to come off. Well, that, you have to think that's a little bit of snake bite for Southeastern, just to have Potter get one there coming right after the whistle.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the other thing is, think about it, the whistle had blown, play had stopped. Adair wasn't in her face. So, you know, there's the differences. But it could give her some confidence. If the play had resumed, Adair would have been a little closer. It might not have gone in.
And this is what we know they're looking at here. Official Ernie Murray comes over to let us know precisely what they're looking at.
It was about 5 seconds or so by the time they realized it, but drop it down to 5:08 is where it's at now. They're still adjusting to figure out exactly where it should have been.
I have to imagine it's going to be a little bit higher than that right now. But you know, your point, she did not have a defender in her face.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you and I have both seen Olivia Potter play quite a bit over these last 4 years, and you know that once she gets going, it is tough to slow her down.
Well, and believe it or not, while they look at the time, that gives us something to look at. Olivia Potter's having to circle around and around. The energy she's having to put into just getting open is incredible.
5:13 will go on the clock, 22 on the shot clock. Southeastern Oklahoma will inbound it from the corner.
Chance for a set play.
They will get it to Potter. Potter won't be able to hold it. And now you see Potter going in the loops again. Thought about it. Kicks it to the left. Here's another three, and this one will go for the Savage Storm as Tracy Johnson knocks it down. Savage Storm back within 10. Now Southeastern will pick up the pressure.
Johnson, the freshman, again, the future of Southeastern is on the court at this point with Potter not playing well. Here we go.
Steal by Hunter. On the break. Up fake, lays it up. Good, and Southeastern's back within 8. This might be where the short bench hurts East Central if Southeastern can speed up that tempo and convert on a couple of those.
That's exactly what I was thinking. A couple of more shots fall, get out in front of East Central and run a bit. Might favor the Storm.
They go to Stotler on the baseline. Can East Central answer again? Adair. And Stotler with a little bit of catch. Stotler draws the double, goes back to Adair. And Adair will draw the foul.
East Central sticking to the game plan, working it inside consistently to Stotler until one of two things happens. She gets positioned to go to the rim, or a double team comes and she finds the open player.
And why not? It has worked very well thus far. Adair goes to the line. She's got 7 points, 2 of 2 from the stripe, and make it 3-3. Her second shot could push the East Central lead back to 10 with 4:07 to play. Count it. East Central is going to take a timeout. 65-55 in favor of the Tigers. 4:07 to go. We'll be back. This is the GAC Sports Network.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Ham Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day. Every day a different 350 6-inch sub. Every day of the week. every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet Onion
Chicken Teriyaki Day.
The $3.50 sub of the day, every day of the week at Subway.
It's a 10-point game with 4 minutes to play. Southeastern trying to chip away at it. Olivia Potter can't shake loose, so they're going to go inside. This turnaround jumper won't fall, and Whitney Stotler is there to grab the rebound. And right now, the thing working the most against Southeastern is the clock.
Absolutely, inside 4 to play. They needed that basket to go down to hang around. They can push this out to 12 or 13.
East Central in no hurry to take a shot on this possession. Inside 10 on the shot clock, down to 6.
Good defense from Southeastern.
Little turnaround jumper won't fall. And Southeastern will try to take advantage of the stop.
You got to be in control here, though.
Potter with a runner. It doesn't fall.
And now Potter was going to just frustration foul and see if they can't try to get some free throws and get the ball back.
That'll be the first foul on Olivia Potter. Savage Storm with, at least individually some fouls to give.
Yep, the next one will send East Central to the line.
Tigers work it around. Adair comes back up top.
Can't get too complacent here. Got to work it inside, though, and just Branch right there wasn't ready.
Just could not hold it. Big opportunity for Southeastern, but they have got to get a basket here. And again, that East Central defense ratcheting up the pressure. Here's a three-pointer from the near side. It is good. And Alex Robinson, freshman out of Cashin, Oklahoma, with a big three.
And I was about to say, Paul, I think it had to be a three there.
And stepping out of bounds is Alexa Adair.
So East Central has given Southeastern some chances. Couple of possessions in a row. Southeastern's had the quick trigger. It can be quick. It's just got to be in control.
That's it. They find Potter on the near side, and she will drive. Can't get it, so they go back outside. Another three. No good. ECU rebounds.
That's a pretty good look there for Katie Webb.
Southeastern will have to play some pressure defense here.
East Central doesn't want to shoot the ball right now.
No, they don't, and they shouldn't. But they'll take the three. This one won't fall. ECU gets the board. They go back up, and the foul, and oh my goodness. That one.
That was ticketed for chaos from the beginning. They were both out of control trying to get the rebound, and looks like Blakely's okay.
Yeah, anytime you see a player get underneath, it gets kind of scary, but Blakely's going to go to the stripe and shoot. And she'll have a chance to push the Tiger lead back to 9 as we see this again. Yeah, just kind of a box out that went a little too far there, I think. As the first freebie is good. Blakely now with 4. 4 points, 9 rebounds, though. As East Central has really controlled the boards tonight. The second one is good. We have 2 minutes to play. Southeastern Oklahoma needing some points. Potter off balance three, no good. And the rebound to East Central. And Potter will foul Alexa Adair coming up the baseline. Foul number 2 on Olivia Potter.
8 points for Olivia Potter. 0 for 9 from three-point range. And I think it had to be three-pointer or bust down the stretch here with 1:50 to go to get back in it. And I think that's how they felt about it, too.
First opportunity is good. Back to a 10-point advantage for ECU. And the second one will go. 69-58 in favor of the Tigers. And again, you got to figure Southeastern's going to be looking for the three. Here it is from the corner, and this one is good! Tracy Johnson buries it from the corner. It's an 8-point game with 1:42 to play, and there's a timeout on the floor. And Michael, as we've seen the Southeastern team play, they do hit those threes in spurts. So even with 1:42 left, that's not too short a time period for them to get going.
Well, no, you're right. You're looking for a steal and a quick basket to really make it interesting. If you're East Central, Coach Matt Cole is sitting over there saying, hey, look, post players, get ready. We're going to come inside to you. We don't need a long, desperate three-point shot. Let's work the clock. Best case scenario for Matt Cole, they take 25, 28 seconds off the clock, get this thing close to 1 minute to play, get a bucket, and you're right back out to 10, no harm done. A quick shot and a miss in Southeastern, you know, anything could happen, but East Central's still in good position right now.
Absolutely. Southeastern will send some shooters out there. You know what they're looking to do. And, you know, from a steal standpoint, Southeastern with 3, East Central with 2. Neither team's really turned the ball over today. But Southeastern's going to have to force something here just with this limited amount of time left.
Like I said, the game plan's pretty obvious for Southeastern. They basically stayed on the court. There was no discussion that needed to take place. You either got to get a steal or you have to foul, and then you got to score.
Southeastern will press, and Jalen Jackson will trigger the inbound.
She can run the baseline if she needs to.
Looks for Adair. Adair lost it, but got it back and is fouled. And she'll go to the stripe to shoot 2. She is 6 of 6 from the line in this contest. She's got 11 points.
Wouldn't expect much less. She's an 88% free throw shooter.
Again, this could push it back to double digits, and the first one does. Rabbit pushes it to 9. The second one could push it back to double digits. It's been quite the exciting ball game. East Central has really come up big with the answers when they've needed them tonight.
52 of 58 at the line this year for Adair, including the makes here today.
Southeastern will look for the 3. Potter off balance. Good!
And the arch on that shot. She finally found the rhythm.
71-64 East Central. Southeastern will foul.
I think that ball just landed. It may have reached that elevation level here in Bartlesville. I don't think it quite went 700 feet.
If this was an open air stadium that would have brought the rain, that one caught some air. And the first free throw by Adair is good.
If you're East Central, you don't put the ball in anybody else's hands. You know they're going to foul, just get it right to Adair every time.
Second one is no good.
Broadcaster jinx, I guess.
About 1:20 to go. Salisha Hunter's going to drive. She'll take it all the way. It is no good. ECU will get the rebound. Valuable seconds have ticked off the clock before Southeastern able to get the foul. Down to 1:15 to play.
Well, I said it earlier. The shot's right at the rim. Hunter had a chance.
8-point lead for ECU, and back to the line. It'll be Tia Williams this time. Williams with 8 points. Her first trip to the free throw line. This one's no good. You notice Southeastern has got 4 at the key, and then Olivia Potter down waiting for the ball. The second one's good.
Sorry, Paul. Southwestern Southern Nazarene. The Southern Nazarene team is out there ready to go.
Southeastern driving baseline. Here's another 3-point attempt, and this one is good. Alex Robinson buries it. 6-point game. Loose ball, East Central controls, and a foul in the backcourt with 59 seconds to play.
East Central has to play the perimeter. They can't just stand there, and they were going to give up the 2. Kind of everybody standing around. You know that Southeastern's going to pass it out, find an open shooter.
That's it. You cannot leave the perimeter undefended against this Southeastern Oklahoma team, because Olivia Potter is not the only one who will drop long threes. And this first free throw is good by Devin Branch. She's got 15.
And surpassing her season average of 14.4.
Count the second one. It's back to 8. Here come the Savage Storm. 56 on the clock. Hunter. They go into the corner. Robinson trying to get it. Can't find the look she wants, so she looks for Potter, who drives baseline. They'll go back up top. Now into the corner, another one, and there's a 3. by Rachel Wallace. It's a 5-point game, and they'll foul on the inbounds with 42.4 seconds to play.
Wow. Now all of a sudden the three-point shots going 8 of 28 after being, what, 2 of 20 at one point?
2 of 20 at one point, yeah.
6 of their last 8 downtown have gone in.
So Aaliyah Blakely will go to the line as Robinson is whistled for her 3rd foul. And the first one is good. Winner of this one, as we said, goes on to play Harding tomorrow at noon. Second one is good. It's back to 7. Olivia Potter with a long 3. Count it. That's just silly. 4-point game and another foul.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
If those had gone in the first quarter, the second quarter, or even the third quarter, a handful of those, Southeastern has a 15-point lead easily. Everybody in the gym is looking up how much longer will it take for the clock to dissipate. It's taken them 3-4 seconds to get 3 points.
We've gone from 12 to 4 very quickly here as the first free throw by Adair is good.
Give East Central some credit. They're making the free throws here. They're trading 3 for 1 or 3 for 2, so they are getting some points out of the deal.
Back to 6, 79-73, 33 seconds to play. Hunter gives it to Potter, and Potter will be fouled. And that's a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good idea.
Don't give her the chance at the 3. Put her at the line for 2, and they're not even in the bonus yet.
They've got 2 to give. 29.1 seconds. They will get it in. And another foul.
Again, East Central not happy with that one. They wanted to foul Potter. They didn't so much want to foul the other players, but that's not the worst case scenario right there.
Southeastern has to take it out again, so Savage Storm will get it in. 25 to play. They will look for Potter, and Potter is covered up. And we have a loose ball, no walk called. Potter will do the off-balance 3. This one will not go. And Adair will dribble away, and finally Potter will get her, but with 12.9 seconds to play, that miss might be the one that seals it.
I think so. It was a great run down the stretch from Southeastern to finally start making some long-range shots. If anything, it'll make that percentage look a little bit better at the end of the game, but you've got one of the best free throw shooters in the conference at the line now, and her team up by 6.
We'll get another look at this one as Adair goes to the line. Yeah, went down there. First one goes for Adair. And the second free throw is good. 81-73. East Central leading with 10 seconds to play. They'll get it to Potter. She'll be fouled with 8.7 seconds to play.
Well, we talked about this game being in the 60s or below 60. We didn't really discuss if a team made it to 80 points. Quite honestly, didn't think that would happen. East Central averages 61 a game, Southeastern 71 a game, and well, this has just been an explosive offensive performance from East Central.
Potter back to the line, and she will hit the first one. Second one is good. ECU gets the inbound, and a quick foul will be called. Send Alexa Adair to the line.
3 seniors, Paul, for East Central, for Southeastern. Like to mention those: Olivia Potter, Kiara Davis, and Rachel Wallace. Wallace and Potter have been 2 crucial parts of this team the last several years. Potter from Walters, Oklahoma, and Wallace from Crum, Texas, and Davis from Salina, Texas.
East Central will move on to play Harding tomorrow at noon in the first semifinal. East Central will make their 4th appearance in the semifinals. Only Arkansas Tech and Harding have made more.
Wow.
And the second one is good. 83-75. The inbound pass comes in. Hunter will cross the timeline. A 3 will be thrown up and hit with 0.4 of a second left.
A big group of youngsters in the stands. They were rooting for Southeastern. Southeastern made it over to those kids for community service, and they were still cheering on the last three, and isn't that what it's all about anyways, Paul?
Absolutely. 83-78 is your final score. Here from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, the East Central Tigers, the first lower seed to win a game in this conference tournament on either the men's or women's side. They will advance to face the top seed Harding tomorrow at noon. Well, coming up next, we've got a big one, Michael. It is Southwestern Oklahoma and Southern Nazarene. That one's set for a 2:15 start. And boy, that one's going to be exciting. This one was fantastic too. East Central moves on to semifinal Saturday. 83-78, they are the winners over Southeastern Oklahoma. We'll be back soon. This is the GAC Sports Network.